Well, turn the mic up and say happy Friday to everybody. It's time again for virtual happy hour. That's right, the time you've been looking forward to uh, all day, right? I mean, looking forward to this all day since Wednesday. Heck, you've been looking forward to it for hours upon hours, which means it's time to what we do in virtual happy hour. Roll the open. Here we go, and we got more on this in a moment. Here we go. Roll the open. Virtual happy hour is on the air. Let's turn the mic down just a tad. The AC is a little loud here on the porch. We'll pull it down to the porch. Actually, on the porch or the patio, right? Porch is the front. Porch is the front where you have the sitting chairs, your rock. That's the porch, right? The patios are where we're at with the new umbrellas. Showed you guys that on Friday or Wednesday. Off the top here, okay? We tried this a little bit on Wednesday. I have a little bit of I'll say breaking news. It's not really breaking news. It's kind of development. Okay, let's do that. First off, let's go to get you caught up with all the details. What are we doing here? Well, we come to you because we got nothing else to do. That's basically what it is. It's basically me talking to you, you talking to me, chatting back and forth about whatever the heck your little heart desires. Today I got another double tea cup today. Although the wife just did get back from the grocery store, we do have a 12-pack. Yay! But we'll unearth that in a few minutes. But anyway, yes, we're chatting back and forth. You'd like to join me? There is a way to do that. You can do this, just that. We're going to go the line in a moment, but I'm going to just tease something before I go to Mom Ken, because Mom's standing by up in Indiana. But glad you're with us wherever you are. And Kevin, Kevin, you're going to be featured heavily in a moment. So before we go into what I want to talk about off the top, well, a couple things, actually. The first thing is if you are in this neck of the woods, Texas, for example, I think my good friend Ryan Hyatt said it best. He is going governor shopping, I believe is what he said on his social media tweet this morning or this afternoon, sometime today. But very good stuff. But before we jump into what the couple of items, A was the item of the governor shopping, and then which basically is the changes here in the Dallas-Fort Worth, which in Texas, which is opening up and now going backwards. Let's go to someone who's definitely knows something about going backwards. No, I'm kidding, Mom. You know something about going forwards. There she is, folks. Mom Cam is up. She is in Indiana. Mom, can you read me over?
I can read you over loud and clear.
So
Can you read me?
Yes, I can. We have lyrics to the song, and I've got them. I was going to do that, but I want to get you on. But yeah, we got lyrics to the song, the opening song. How about that?
Oh, so Kevin's going to be on, I hope.
Well, we're going to preview the lyrics in a minute. I've got them for the screen, but
that's good. Well,
I'm kind of teasing that. Yeah. Like any good broadcaster, he eats pretzels, has Evan Williams and pretzels on his patio. That's what good broadcasters do. We do a lot of preparation. That's what we're doing.
Well, that's funny. I should see that Texas Tech logo. I have a cheerleader that I had in many moons ago. She has, I think, a daughter going to be in high school in Indianapolis, and that she was showing a video. They were showing a video of her going to a basketball camp there in Indy. And I'll be dadgum if one of the pylons didn't have the Texas Tech logo on it. So I don't know. There was a young man that that owns this basketball camp. So I don't know if he went to Texas Tech or what. I sent her a message, but it's kind of funny that just before I came on, I saw that, and I sent Karma a message to
about that.
How cool! And that's in Indy. Anyway, yeah. Well, I have done. Let's see. What have I done? So let me think. What have I done?
I don't know. You can't tell me. You got to tell me. You got to tell the viewers what you're doing, Mom.
I'm just thinking. I haven't done diddly squat today. I've ordered groceries to pick up tomorrow, and I ordered a fold-up mattress for Maxwell to sleep on when he comes in a couple of weeks. And
We'll
that's
enjoy
all I've
that.
done. That's all I've done. So
Huh.
I will. So for the Miss Nothing, do nothing.
What did we do today? Nothing. Yeah. I mean, basically, you would think unemployed, career kind of in the spiral because I'm doing this show, career kind of going down the toilet like this. You'd think that I'd be doing something responsible today, like preparing for the next task at hand. Instead, we did work out, which was good. We hit the pool instead. I actually didn't do any work at all so far. So
Well,
how
well,
about that?
I don't. I didn't hit. I was at Sam's pool having dinner yesterday, but it rained today, um, so there you go. I didn't go over there. But anyway, I'll move my body out of here and have another sip of wine and just
Okay.
and just let you know I'm the chairman of nothingness.
Hey, it's not
Or
nothingness. If you're still the chairman, you're still chairman of something.
or president of don't do anything. Okay, that's good.
There you go.
Well.
There you
I
go.
will have to announce. I don't know. I don't think I told you this. I got reelected president of the nonprofit that I've been president of for a year. So
How about that?
aren't yay?
Yay. What happened to everybody else? They have all been
Well, I guess
moved
I
away.
was the best choice out of the 11. So there you go.
I'm proud of you, Mom.
Okay, thank you. Bye. Love you.
Love you too, Mom. There's Mom. And good morning, Phil. Good morning, mate, over in South Australia. Hope you're doing well. Good to see Miller Time as well, and Miller Time times two. Jeff and Nate Miller both out there as well. Kevin, no, you're not going to sing, but I do have your lyrics in a moment. Mike Martin as well. I forgot to bring the box down. Mike, I'm going to do that Monday. I guess I'll do it Monday. I for some reason Wednesday. I don't even know if Mike, if I'm going to be able to do the show on Wednesday, the noon show, because I've got a memorial to go to. A dear friend of ours, father passed about a month ago, and they're finally getting around to being able to have some kind of social distance gathering to honor him. But I assume that's still on. Although Texas today, the governor, we went to bed last night. The governor told us that, hey guys, let's. Well, he's been saying all week, if you don't behave yourself, this is coming. That's been kind of the whole thing all week. Well, lo and behold, as humans do, we don't behave ourselves, and suddenly the state, as of this morning, closed down all bars, just pubs. All pubs are closed at noon today. I thought it was at midnight tonight, but actually it's noon today. They were to close, and a lot of dear friends of mine, good friend of mine, Tommy Donahue, who's has a place down there on Upper Greenville by SMU. This guy had put a lot of work and effort into opening up his place. He does have food there, but it's not the way the law in Texas is. If you're a restaurant, you serve more food or more percentage of food than booze, then you can stay open as long as you have food. Just a pub that maybe has wings and maybe pizzas or something like that, or just even a bar with snacks. Those things are all shut down. Nightclubs shut down. But my mate Tommy, his main sales are going to be through the bar. It's not known for the restaurant. They do have a little kitchen there, but he put up all kinds of plexiglass. This guy really knows the business, and he'd been back at it and also spent money. He'd also had spent money on booze and on new orders and what have you, and suddenly finds out that, you're not going to be open. Thanks, Governor. So that's kind of what happened today here. Last night, it was more or less, and this has been no different any place else in the world, I would think, but especially the United States, which has done just a poor-ass job of handling this whole thing in the first place. But the mask, it's kind of what you do. You wear a mask. That's what you do. Again, I've said this 1,000 times. I've told you guys I've traveled to Oceania enough. I've seen the mask. It's not a big deal. I know a lot of folks are freaked out about it. They think there's all kinds of conspiracy theories, but just to stay healthy, you wouldn't walk into you had a cold and you walked into your your a family member's hospital room who just had a kid, you're going to cover up. I mean, it just, or you've been sick with the flu and you go see a family member who's just had surgery or whatever, you're going to cover up or not going to go in there. It's just common courtesy. You're going to wear a seatbelt when you drive. Right now, it's unsafe to be amongst folks in big gatherings. You wear a mask. It's pretty simple. But apparently, a lot of folks couldn't follow those rules. And again, they've shut down the bars in Texas temporarily. Restaurants were pulled back to 50%. It's patio weather. It's 89 degrees here today, Fahrenheit, here in Texas. A little cooler than usual. Day number 95, by the way, you see on the screen there. We've been out patios. I think we've been to one restaurant where we sat inside, and when we were inside, and there was no one within 20 feet of us where we were at. That was last Saturday night. The restaurant's very spread out. It's little fish and chips place at Richardson, no issues there. We've been on patios where we've eaten. We've been to our favorite Mexican food places, both of them. Both have patios. We were easily 6 to 8 feet apart from anybody else, except for the margaritas. They were right there in front of us. I mean, we've been sort of following the normal guidelines, slowly opening up, but still wearing the mask. I got a chance to see a dear mate of mine on Wednesday morning with my Bible study group, and hadn't seen any of those friends of mine in since March, and we were wearing masks. It wasn't a big deal. It didn't ruin the experience. It was just, hey, we're chatting 6 feet apart, and we're both wearing masks. Can we just stop it at that? Am I too over the top here? Can we all just do that? I mean, is that asking too much to do that? You want to wear one of your favorite teams on your mask? Fine. You want to wear your political party on your mask? Fine. You want to, whatever you want to do, just wear it. That's all you got to do. So anyway, the governor today in Texas just pulled the reversal on what was going on, which is opening opening up slowly but surely. So now, I mentioned my friend Tommy, but I've got other Brandy who works at a pub over on the west side of town, and others out there who are going to be out of jobs, who just now got back. And not to get too dive into the political side of this thing, because it's to me, it's pretty simple. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for. You can be from wherever you want to be, but just wear a mask. It's pretty simple. Have some common courtesy and some empathy. That's all you got to do. You don't have to, you don't have to shame somebody. Just kind of play along, right? I mean, you wouldn't, wash your hands. Just do what you always do. Well, the way folks that do. I mean, but apparently that's what happened. And yes, many protesters weren't wearing masks. I saw that too. It's not so much the fact that they weren't wearing masks when they're on screen. Dang it, they were. And they were all wearing masks. But, they had a lot of time to get together and plan and standing out in the parking lot, having bottles of water, high-fiving from last night's destruction, whatever it is you're doing. Any group you're in, you're going to spread that without wearing a mask. It's pretty simple. So, I mean, it's, again, very frustrating because here I am sitting here where I'd love to be up in Kansas City calling baseball games, but apparently a lot of states can't wear masks, and Texas apparently is one of them. I don't get it. I've been to Starbucks here by the house like 4 times this week, 3 times. Every time I've been in there, I've had my mask on. They've had their mask on. There's been no major deal. They're as nice as they've ever been. They're friendly to me. Hey, Dan, how you doing? Hey, guys, how you doing? Good to see you. It didn't affect my experience. Only thing I can't do is go sit down in Starbucks and get my laptop out and type away. Other than that, the going in and getting the coffee doesn't change. It ain't that big of a deal. Now, granted, I'm driving my car around, I wear my mask, but if I'm going to go inside, it's pretty simple. But for some reason, man, it wasn't that simple. The governor today put the kibosh on the bars, the pub business. So Target, Walmart, those kind of nonsense, they can all stay open. But the local mom and pop bar where folks can unwind, they can't. Restaurants can be 50% now as opposed to 75%. for the most part, it doesn't affect our house because we get in the patio anyway. So, but again, just it's frustrating. And again, it's not and my wife and I talked about this at length. At length. The problem is, if this is a war against an enemy, let's just say COVID was a country, and they were terrible. This country was killing people left and right. I'm afraid at this point where we're at as a country that we'd all sit around and blame each other for why COVID, the country now, is kicking people's butts, and why we would not be united as a front to go defeat COVID. And that's what's happening now. In 1941, Pearl Harbor, united front. The Gulf Wars after 9/11, united front. This is different. This is something wife and I talked about. This is very different. I mean, we're not united on anything right now. And the one thing we should be united about is about, 1941, we could have probably done something about Hitler in 1938, 39. We didn't. We didn't do anything about it. The English kind of let him, Lord Chamberlain kind of let him run unchecked. Churchill was kind of a little bit leery at first. Most of Europe let Hitler just roll across Europe. They didn't stop him. Everyone was wanted to stay away, but there were some people there were some countries to blame, and I know your history. There were several powers to be. The United States being one of them, the United Kingdom the other, who were very lackadaisical in facing off the German menace of 1938, 39. They waltzed across Europe. And here we are in 2001, we're all united against terror, and now we get this COVID thing, and the problem is it's no one's on the same page. Because you got this side of the aisle, they're both pointing fingers at whose fault it is. Right now, that doesn't matter whose fault it is. Right now, we have a battle. We have a battle to play, battle on our hands. You can go back and dissect history later. We can find, it's like a ball game. You go and play 4 quarters, 9 innings, whatever it is. And the reason you win, the reason you lost, reason you almost lost, reason you almost won. They're all those, you can second guess all you want to. What are we going to do better to get better? How can we be better as a team? Well, it's the same principles. Same principles apply here. How can we not get better as people? I mean, how do we not get better as a group? Why are we on 2 different sides of the fence? Because you wear a mask, you're liberal. Because you don't, you're conservative. Why don't you just wear a mask? Who cares? Let's all do it for one group, and let's not point fingers. Because right now, people are suffering. I mean, again, my friend's bar is shut down. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And again, we're not fighting this battle as a united front, and that's the problem. Where Italy fought as a united front, they did. Most of Europe fought as a united front. Australia, New Zealand, all fought it in a united front, but not us. We fought it in factions, and now you've got, now it's got to the point we have political candidates telling what their platform is going to be about masks. I mean, that's the point we've gotten to now. Instead of, hey, let's just get through this thing, can we? Quit pointing fingers. You got governors of other states pointing fingers at this state. And I mean, quite frankly, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to probably draw folks off sides. You know what? If you're going to kick me out of New York because I'm from Texas, thank you. You're doing me a favor. I mean, Cuomo thinks that people actually want to, that we're actually upset because we're not going to be able to hang out there. You're doing me a favor, pal. But again, pointing fingers at all these states, pointing fingers at Florida and Texas and all, it's nonsense. I'm on my soapbox here, but it's ridiculous. And why would I talk about this at length the other night? What is different now than what's different in 2001? 2001, it didn't matter who you voted for, where you're from. You all were united because some folks flew some planes into some buildings and killed some people. Pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. Terrorist act united the country. A lot of people went to work that day and died and didn't come home. A lot of people boarded a flight that day and didn't come home. Pretty simple to reunite upon that, right? We all united for that. Gulf War, first Gulf War, same thing. But for some reason now, and I don't know why, and I have a theory of why, and it has nothing to do with politics, but for some reason, we can't get the same page together. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple principles. It's funny, I go to the bathroom and wash my hands. It doesn't change anything. Nothing's changed for me. I just add extra washing the hands. It's not that big of a deal. But it's no threat of my liberty. If you want to walk around dirty hands, so be it. Again, that's what people say. That's ridiculous. And again, it's both sides. I'm not trying to tell you because you guys know who I am. I'm pretty conservative, but it's both sides of the fence, man. Frustrating. Anyway, all right. So off there here. Hi guys, Connie. Let's go have some fun here. You guys got me. The whole governor thing got me really ticked off, and talk about a guy that's going to be right now. I saw this quote today from the local radio personalities in Dallas. A dancing chicken could run for governor in Texas and defeat Greg Abbott right now. That's sad. People who went to the store only one had a mask. That's terrible. See, and that's the thing. We were out in Lubbock, and Lubbock has loosened up. Abilene, West Texas loosened up, and if they're loosening up, that's fine. But these major metropolitan areas, Dallas, Houston, Chicago, Miami, whatever, you name it, wherever these hotspots are. We live in a hotspot, so we follow the rules. Now we go to Lubbock, we kind of do what the Lubbockites do, right? Yes. I know that representative. I was kind of tongue-in-cheekly sounded like her, didn't I? Yeah, some people did something bad. I know the terrorists flew planes into buildings and hijacked planes and killed people. That's exactly what happened. And we united behind that. All right, have some fun here. Now, Wednesday, we talked about this. I'm going to give you guys a little sample. This is fun here. Okay, let's hope you guys can hear this. I hope you can, because...
I thought come and say hi.
Oh, okay. You look great, dear. You look like you're like one of those...
You were preaching about masks.
Oh.
That's what I look like. This is a stick-up?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Hello, how are you?
Me?
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. I was just got a little bit of a drew me off sides there, but I knew that topic would draw me off sides, the governor thing, because again, it's all pretty simple. To me, it's just pretty simple. I don't know why it's so hard, but the only thing I will say about it, I'm going to be done with the disease thing or our disease, the virus thing. Then my wife will join us in a few minutes. The only thing I will say, I'm baffled at how badly we've handled this thing as a country. And ain't nobody out there is passing the class, okay? New Zealand, A+. Australia, A. Italy, A+. United States, incomplete, right now not passing. And it's crazy to me that as a country, we can't seem to get it's come to the point now where we may be banned from traveling to other countries. Americans, usually the American dollar is something everybody wants. They want the American dollar. They don't want us there now. I have a job to do in Australia in Winterball, and I don't know if I'm able to get there. Even though I do have a legal visa and I'm a permanent resident, I don't know if I'll be allowed. As an American, I don't know. That it's a little unclear with that. So anyway, all right. A couple of things here before I go to what we're going to have some fun with here, and I'll have my wife come out in a moment. Minneapolis is running the band police force. Can't even imagine. Yeah, terrible. I'll be the next Detroit. Maybe so. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, no, I did see that Biden was totally, his math was off. Again, I'm not going to, all I'm going to say is there ain't a lot of choices right now. All right. Okay, now I'm going to play this for you guys again. I hope you can hear this. So let me know if you can hear this. Okay. If you joined us late, let me know if you can hear this. I'm going to play it. Let's go ahead and play it for you guys. Oops. Okay, now that's our theme song, open and close song right there, right? Did you guys hear that? Everybody hear the song? Thumbs up, you heard the song? Somebody give me a thumbs up, you heard the song, right? Waiting for a thumbs up here. Did Texas completely shut down again? No, Texas is pulled back a little bit. Okay, I see the video. Let's see if the. I got to just check real quick. Okay, it's play. Okay, so you guys heard the song. We'll play it one more time. I want you guys to hear the song one more time, and I'm going to jump into the debuted lyrics. Okay. All right, now there you go. That is the theme song, open and close. Now I do have in my hot fingers, well, not necessarily on the virtual fingers. How about that? There you go. There is the actual. Let me pull this down too. This is the actual lyrics to the song. These were brought to my attention as yesterday. These are from. It's not Francis Scott Key. It's not Bernie Taupin. It's not even Mozart. This man right here is Kevin Luco, who got these lyrics for us right here. Lyrics to the song, and here is the song. It's virtual happy hour now. It's time to start the show. It's Danny, Mom, Jim, and Max. Share a story and some facts. So chat and enjoy a libation. It's our own virtual nation. So there you go. There is the. So we're going to try it here. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pull this back down here. There's a screen. I'm going to pull this back up and talk amongst yourselves here as we. Here we go. All right, I'll pull this up the screen. Okay, I'm going to sort of do it this way. Okay, let me see if I can do it. That's going to be good. Let's go ahead. Okay, let's try it this way. Let's try it again. It's time to start the show. Share a story and some facts. It's our own virtual. Okay, I get it. Okay, I can feel it. Okay, I can kind of feel it. Let's try it. I'm going to try it and sing it for you guys. See if I can kind of sort of. We got lyrics. We got lyrics now. So let me go ahead and try it again. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It's time for virtual happy hour. It's time to start the show. It's Danny, Mom, Jim, and Max. Share a story and some facts. So chat and enjoy our libation. It's our own virtual nation. Okay, I gotta get the pace down. There's a break there, but you get the idea. So it's virtual happy hour now. It's time to start the show. Okay, we're getting it. I'm gonna have to work on this a little bit, but I'm gonna work on this a little bit over the weekend. And on Monday, hopefully we'll do this drill again and it'll sound just a little bit better. Maybe I can actually put the lyrics to the. There you go. That's what I may do. I may do a little recording on Monday this weekend, perhaps. So there you go. One more time here. One more time. It needs some tweaks. But I think we're on the right track, Kevin. I think we're on the right track. So yes, I think it's very good. Can't hear now. Sorry about that. Well, let me do this. Let me hide this. We'll try it again. It's virtual happy hour now. Let's see if you guys can hear it one more time here. Yeah, have GM sing. Yes. Let me try it again. Let's see it one more time here and see if you guys get the gist of it. Here we go. Virtual happy hour now. It's time to start the show. It's Danny, Mom, GM, and Max. There's a story and some facts. No. Apparently, you guys aren't hearing me. Okay, well, you guys are hearing the music. So I don't know why that does that. I have no idea why the music does that. Let's try it again this way. Let's just see if you guys hear the music now. This has become a real problem. It's supposed to sound something like this. It's virtual happy hour now. It's time to start the show. It's Danny, Mom, GM, and Max. Share a story and some facts. There you go. We're on the right track there. Okay, let me work on that a little bit this weekend, and I'll hopefully debut that on Monday with the voice with it, because I do like this. I think we're onto something, Kevin. You did a very good job. Checks in the mail. Oh, actually, hold on. I got 4 pretzels left. That's in the mail to you. Way to go, Kevin. Kevin, look, everybody. How about that, huh? How about that? Some serious work right there. Appreciate it, Kevin. It's our own virtual nation. Great stuff right there. All right, let's see here. A little catch up here. By the way, if you'd like to join us, the virtual happy hour green room is open. All you do is click that link right there. You will step inside the green room. I'll know you're here, and I'll let you on in. You can join us live via BeLive here on Facebook Live. On Virtual Happy Hour, glad you're along on a Friday. Wife will be joining me in a moment. She's back from her grocery store run. She also had her mask on, which is good. We hit the pool today, which was good and bad, but we did get a good workout in as well. So let's run down and see what catch up here we got here for you guys. Checks in the mail. Yes, it's in the mail. Yay, Kevin. Yes, we did. There we go. Play a little catch up. Somebody else. Caroline can do it.
She's a good singer.
Caroline is a good singer. She's upstairs probably going, gosh, they're knuckleheads. There you go. He says an unfinished product, Kevin says, but that's potential. Only spent about 10 minutes on it. You know what's funny, Kevin? Sounds a lot like my broadcast. It's got potential, but I only spent about 10 minutes on all of them, so it's about right. All right. Then there's those game notes. Whole other conversation, all the time. It's about 9 hours on those and about 10 minutes on the broadcast. So all good. All right, glad you guys are along. Virtual Happy Hour. It is that time to bring the lovely and talented in to join me. And let me go actually type in a couple cam here. She's been back from a trip to the store. I would be interested to find out how things were in the city today with this the new law. So I'm going to slide over and bring her over with me. Sorry about that. And bring these off so I can hear her better. And we can kind of pull up just a tad, sweetheart. There we go. Grocery store run.
Grocery store run is done.
With the governor's new laws, were people behaving themselves
I
today?
had copies of the laws in my back pocket.
What?
Not have copies of the laws in my back pocket. Everybody in the store was wearing a mask. I'm not surprised around here because you have a combination of people who are pretty socially conscious. You've got some older folks and some younger folks who care about them. I think we're a pretty good neighborhood. But I didn't see anybody without a mask. Everybody seemed to be in good spirits and in a good mood. I mean, nobody seemed to be bitching that they couldn't go to a large gathering. Although, we were talking earlier about Holly. My sister was having a big party tomorrow night, and she said that they were going to all be socially distancing and wearing a mask. I don't know how you do that when the party includes food and a bunch of teenagers. But anyway.
How about that? Oops, sorry about that, folks. There we go. Yes. My friend Tommy, who runs a pub down by SMU, he posted a couple hours ago. Basically, here's another thing I got to think about, and I didn't mention this earlier. When they found out this all came down this morning. I mean, it was a pinging breaking news at like 8 a.m.
Yeah, I got a message from Dad.
He didn't have any. I mean, the warning was
behave.
I think that's been the warning. I think there may be some dialing back, but I don't think anybody had any.
He's trying to steal them out of your hand.
The dog wants a pretzel.
He doesn't even like
He
pretzels.
hates them. I don't know why he's eating now.
He's thinking this is the place where he got steak last night. So maybe he'll get lucky again.
Maybe so.
It's the only dog in the neighborhood that has steak and baked potato for dinner.
Well, the rest of the dogs in the neighborhood are very jealous, but I felt bad for Tommy and his staff because, I mean, he's suddenly got to tell your people. And I saw my friend Brandy, who finds out at lunchtime that she's not working tonight. I mean, that's just, it sucks. our kiddo and a roommate out in Lubbock, they've luckily Joy Mall works in a restaurant that has a bar, but they're more a restaurant. But her roommate, Maddie,
is a bar with a restaurant.
is a bar with a restaurant, but they're still more a bar, but
They don't know if they're going to be.
they don't know. I mean, they just don't know. And it's unfortunate, but just curious how the lay of the land was. I think really,
Everybody was staring at me because my cart was ridiculously full. I think my grocery bill was like $400. But again, we haven't been in 2 weeks, and we tend to go every 2 weeks and just get a ton of stuff. $200 a week in groceries isn't that bad for 3 people.
we were down to bare bones.
Who eat every meal here. For the most
But
part, we eat out maybe once a week.
But even out, we've been pretty consistent with our routine. We've not. I mean, I don't think
We've
we've
been
been.
outside, worn masks, or been very isolated inside.
I don't think we're
I think
reckless.
you still can, but did you get the message from our friends who were supposed to go out with tomorrow? They canceled?
No,
Yeah, I mean, Matt has to, worry about health conditions, and they think it would be safer if we didn't go.
well,
And they were so bummed because they were really looking forward to it. In fact, Matt may be on.
I didn't see that.
He said, I hate to say this, but we need to postpone our dinner. And he said, with COVID spiking again, I've been advised to shelter in place. And I just said, he's got to go back to the doctor on Wednesday. But until COVID dies down, he kind of has to lay low. And again, this is about respecting other people. This is why you were talking about wearing a mask. I mean, this is why I wear a mask, because there are people out there who have issues that you need to make sure that you're not, doing something stupid.
I kind of looked at it like this, traveling, and Phil was on earlier, and he's probably gone now, but anybody that's traveled internationally, I've always thought, I mean, I love going to either Singapore's airport or Hong Kong's airport, both cool airports, both cool cities, and the mask is something that's very common in that part of the world, and I always look at it from a Westerner, American, whatever, Texan, I always looked at it as, hey, you know what, maybe they're doing me a favor. I've always kind of looked at them. Maybe they're doing me a favor by work, because it's always been. I mean, I'm going. This is not a new development. The masks have been worn in Oceania and Asian countries going back years. It's not uncommon. It's not uncommon in Vegas to go to Vegas and see Vegas is very big international destination, especially from Korea, from Japan, and from Taiwan. It's not uncommon to see groups of people in masks. It's not a big deal. It doesn't. I don't look at them and go, what's wrong with you? I look at it more that they're doing me a favor, just in case. I mean, I don't know what they've got going on, and they don't know what I got going on. So, I mean, from that standpoint. But I am hot sports opinions on bars in the end are supposed to have a social distancing. So my favorite artist has 4 chairs. There's a small bar. Yes, that's kind of the
That's kind of
story.
what they've been doing around here, but now bars can't even do that.
Oops, sorry about that.
That's all right. Probably look better that way anyway.
I'm going to put this back up again. That will take care of that. There we go. I got too political a while ago, and I don't want to get too political in this whole deal anyway, because it drives me insane. But it's amazing. What really hit me hard was when I realized that this is a war we're fighting against a country. That COVID's a country. Let's just say COVID's a country that's killing people and diseasing people. In their country, that's their bit. And that's their country. We'd be arguing about how we're going to deal with we'd be arguing about how to handle it and who's right, who's wrong. Instead of actually handling it, we do that. And it doesn't matter. Again, both sides. And this is not I saw this today. I can't even post this, but it was, good. There's good cops, bad cops, good people of every race. And there was the bottom of the list was politicians. And there was plenty of bad ones and not many good ones. That's kind of the way it is. I mean, it's sad. But they've got it politicized, and when I right where I came on here, this is not to bash Biden at all, but he announced he was going to have some kind of mask. He takes office, he's going to be requiring masks. Again, that's not even something that's an election platform, sir. Again, like you said, I mean, what happens if tomorrow we get a vaccine? And by Christmas, we're all just had a good old time. I mean, again, that shouldn't be politicized. That should be common sense.
It should be based on
common sense.
Common sense and the science of the time. Not.
If there's any reason why they should be arguing, and you know what? If Trump doesn't want to wear a mask, well, don't wear a mask.
Well, here's the thing.
He's an idiot if he doesn't want to wear a mask. That's his own problem.
If he becomes president, we're wearing masks. keep in mind that he may be elected in November. He doesn't take office until January. I mean, the world could be we could be drowning in it, and
It's
of course
ridiculous.
we'll be wearing masks.
Again, it's a
Or it
bunch.
could all
It's,
be
it's a
over.
bunch of sound bites, and again, it's frustrating. But again, I hate to get on that. I get drawn back into it. But you and I have had some long discussions this week about it, especially now that we've it's set in now. Baseball's going on without us. The American Association, those guys that are busy working their tails off, and the rest of us are all spinning our wheels.
Did anybody in the American Association reach out to you?
No. I reached out to them, but that's not the point. I'm just saying that just kind of things are going forward, and we're all kind of just yesterday's news. But I did tweet. There was an article today, Sports Illustrated had about sportscasting. Granted,
I know.
Again, we're not essential in the words of saving
You're essential
lives, but you're essential to what you do for a living, to your
to
house.
your family.
It's just like saying that's no worse saying a bartender is not essential than I'm not. It's ridiculous. Everyone's essential. We said this months ago. Everybody's essential to where they are. So anyway, we did that. We were actually
cool today, which is so nice. Got a little sun.
no, probably not a huge story, but
Hitting the base tan if we go to Mexico, which who knows if we'll be able to go anywhere. I feel like it's Italy all over again.
well, they are not going to be letting many Americans in. But other than that, I mean, I think Mexico's fine. Did see where Belize opens up in August, but yeah.
I'm wearing mine.
How you guys do today? Anybody got anything else out there to add? This is pretty brutal, isn't it? We Patriots do we all doing this to make our country great? Yes, I would agree with you on that.
No, why are we turning this into a patriotic issue? Like, for country, wear your mask. Oh,
Again, it's revisionist history, but I would if we woke up on December morning in 2021 and we'd been bombed at Pearl Harbor, what would our reaction be? I mean, would we unite? I hope we would, because we did in 2001, the World Trade Center. Would we have the heart to unite as one? I don't know. I really, it's got to the point where even when you and I are guilty, I'm guilty of it too, and you're guilty of it as well. We have friends of ours who we love dearly, but who draw us off sides of things they say and post online. I have friends of mine, ultra conservative friends who are ridiculous, who look like, who make conservatives look like fools. I got some more liberal folks who do the same thing. It's both groups of people, and
I've been seeing more and more people just say, "I'm taking a break from Facebook."
yeah, a lot of it has. It's I usually stay away from all that on Twitter, so it doesn't really affect me as much. Although Twitter's been overrun with a lot of nonsense too, but I usually don't subscribe to a lot of those people anyway. So it kind of, I'm not there on Twitter. I'm not trying to get my Hollywood news and my life goals from the Hollywood stars, because it's not. But the Facebook side of things is pretty rough. Let's see here what else I got here. What's somebody got going on this weekend? There's a pool at Sam's in Elkhart. Yes, I know that.
It's a little bit far.
A little far than Elkhart, and it's in Indiana, and we're in Texas where we are home. But yes, I know Sam's got a great pool. Cement Pond, I call it. Let's see here. No, that's still going. The Texas State Fair is still on. Still on as far as I know. Wives is busy social meeting while we're talking on the show.
No, our daughter texted me.
I
I
understand.
respond when children.
I understand,
text
babe,
us.
but this
Is
is
that why you're covering me up?
no, that's why I don't come to Shakespeare class, because I'd
It
be
has nothing
totally.
to do with it. If Joy texted me
I
in the middle of
understand,
my
but you
class,
just
I'd
don't-
probably check it.
What was I talking about?
I was responding to Joy.
What was I talking about?
You were talking about if we got bombed by somebody.
No,
Would we
I'd actually moved to Indiana.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
the pool at Sam's. Yes, I did hear that.
Yeah, the
It's a little far.
State Fair Texas should be is still a go as far as I know. But again, like
Again, it's in October. Like, who knows what the world's gonna look like in October?
well, I mean, we thought a month ago that we were going to be Easy Street, and now everything's kind of backwards. So anyway, it's an ongoing deal. It is getting close to 4th of July though, so that's going to be fun. Let's see.
We have plans for that, but it's an outdoor thing, and I don't think there's a lot of people.
For I'd love to have visitors there. Yeah, we looked at the flights, by the way, and they were
They're ridiculous.
Yeah, they were not cheap, folks.
Yeah.
They were not cheap.
Do you have a private plane, Celeste, you could send for us?
But I do know my brother's going. I think they bought their tickets a long time ago, but we'll keep checking. Fingers crossed that they will come down, but I just don't know if that's going to happen. Big matchup Saturday night, Kevin says. Kevin's been doing a lot of town ball up there in Minnesota, where they do a lot of local baseball. Big matchup Saturday. The Dundas Dukes versus the Moorhead Brewers. Wow, how about that matchup? What are the concessions prices for at those games, Kevin? Are they pretty family affordable? I would like to know that.
Yeah, and I would be curious to know, like, how many people are there? How are they working the crowd?
I saw somebody today.
Kevin should jump on, then we could have this.
Somebody was playing in Fargo, some Little League games on the radio. Then I saw a softball tournament in Texas being played by a friend of mine's kids, and then their Little League baseball team over in Cleburne was actually playing as well, and a couple tournaments. But folks are. I'm thinking about back when I was playing Little League ball, and Maxwell most recently, the kiddo, the nephew. Most standard Little League games, I mean, you're going to be okay. I mean, I think there's a lot of space, and
right.
I think, let's see here. He says, $3 gets you really? It sounds like a keg party almost. $3 and you get a keg cup and you go after it, right? Kind of what it is. That's awesome. My Busch Light story, this is one of my favorite, but my Busch Light story, Kevin, is when I was in Iowa, the big thing in Iowa, this may be the same thing in Minnesota, I know in Illinois, the garage party was a big player, especially in the wintertime. A lot of my closest friends in Iowa had little man caves in their garages. And in the little town of Iowa in Burlington, many of these homes had detached garages. You know, the older homes, here's your house, then you had a driveway, and the back of the driveway was a detached garage. And it was turned into, maybe a man cave. There's a TV in there. Sometimes had a kitchenette. There was a place to sleep sometimes. Some guys really had it fixed up. And
When you're in the doghouse,
No,
you had
yeah.
a comfortable place.
Well, they turned them into these really cool, in the springtime, NASCAR watching parties. And you would you'd get a bowl like this, and you'd draw drivers out. You'd pay, I think the entry fee was like $20, and you would draw out 5 names, you get 5 drivers randomly. And you had those 5 drivers, and then, whoever, there was a point system, however you finish, obviously if you had the driver finish second and third and 7th, then you might win the whole pot, and the first person, whoever won the race won the first prize. Second prize is the secondary pot. Anyway, I'm explaining this thing way too much, I know. But anyway, the meal usually was something very hearty. You think of Iowa in the springtime, wintertime, Marchish, at February when NASCAR tracks open up in February, when Talladega is usually in March, isn't it? Daytona's in February. Well, these guys would have these really awesome get-togethers, and most of the time they're Maid Rights, which are we talked about this a few weeks ago. Maid Rights, kind of a burger, ground burger. To me, it looks like a sloppy Joe. It's not, but it looks like a sloppy Joe. Doesn't really taste like one, but it's what it is. It's an Iowa version of the sloppy Joe, as best I can say it. But big in the Midwest. And the other thing that happened in the menu was the Busch Light. Busch Light and the sloppy Joe. And the Maid Right, let's just call it, a couple of those Maid Rights, put a couple Busch Lights on top of it, and I felt like I couldn't walk because I felt like so low, bottom heavy. It's like everything went right to your feet. I mean, it's like drinking liquid pizza. You put this 2 Maid Rights and put a couple Busch Lights on top of it, and you were just so miserable just sitting there. And I watched the race. I'd be like, I mean, you just didn't want to get up. You didn't, and when you had to go to the bathroom, it was the worst because you put the Busch Light on top of anything like that, any kind of hearty meal. That was my memories of Busch Light are always going to be having those NASCAR watching parties in Iowa, having a couple Maid Rights and 2 Busch Lights on top of it, and then sleeping for days because that's what you do.
Horrible.
Yeah, it was terrible. Good stuff though, Kevin. Good stuff. Let's see here. Admission to the games in Minnesota, passing the hat. How about that? Hot dogs are $2, a good burger $3. long as the crowd's 250 or lower, there's
Room space out.
space out. Yep. It kind of sounds a little bit like an old school Tuesday night in Australia in the what they call the
State League.
Masters League. Yeah.
I wonder if there's anybody else who's been watching Yellowstone.
Maid-Rites in Missouri too. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Jennifer. Yeah. I was the first time I ever had one was in Iowa, but yes, there was. I know my sister-in-law from Illinois. She is.
Is it like a
Remember when I said it was like
a crystal?
no.
No, but I mean, like, do they have like Maid-Rite
No.
stands?
Crystal. What are you talking about?
Crystal is a store. Is
Crystal Burger?
Yeah, is Maid-Rite
No,
a
Crystal
store?
Crystal Burgers are.
I know. I'm not saying they're the same thing, but is there like a Maid-Rite store?
Yes, there's a Maid-Rite chain. Yes, there
That's
is.
what I mean. Is it like Crystal or Hardee's or something
No,
like
it's
that? You can go
not
to
in the
Maid-Rite?
same. I mean, Crystal is White Castle in the South. Is basically what Crystal is. Maid-Rite is there is a Maid-Rite chain.
That's what I wanted to know.
I don't know how.
drive-through.
Yeah, but I don't. They're not.
You eat them with fries? You eat them with chips?
I don't remember. I don't know. I don't recall going to the drive-thru. I remember people made them most people make them
like
on their
Sloppy
own.
Joes.
I mean, at the ballpark, we had them.
Yeah.
At the ballpark in Burlington, we had Maid-Rites on our concession stand, and I would put onions and mustard on mine, so much like a burger, and you can put cheese on it. But yeah, there was a Maid-Rite stand or a Maid-Rite restaurant that actually carried them. You're off camera, babe.
I know.
Okay. Anyway, but yeah, that's my fond memories of Busch Light. Yeah, Missouri.
That sounds awful.
It's a better way to explain it. A smashed up hamburger patty there you go. It's a much better way to explain it. It's ground beef. It looks to me it looks.
So it's not like a cohesive burger patty. It's sort of like crumbles.
What's a sloppy Joe?
It's ground beef with
That's what I'm
sauce.
saying. It's the same type consistency without the sloppy Joe type deal.
Gotcha.
And there's some variations of it, but Maid-Rite is a ground beef burger without the patty. Basically, it's one of those things I learned up there that was.
So if you're making tacos, you put the taco seasoning in and you throw it on a bun and put cheese on it.
I mean, I guess you could have a taco on a bun, I guess, but that's kind of not really what it is. It's really more or less but it looks to us in this part of the country. To us, it looks like
strange.
Well, no, it looks just like an old sloppy Joe would look when you'd put the scoop on the bun,
right?
And you had it.
But is there no sauce that holds it together?
I don't know. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head. I don't recall it being.
Sloppy Joes are held together with the sloppy Joe sauce.
Well, it's again, you're making it way difficult. Again, you're making it it's ground beef.
Okay, I get it.
And you're just dissecting it, making me look like a complete knucklehead. What I'm saying to you is, it is.
Like a knucklehead. I don't know what it is.
What I'm telling you is, it's a scoop of burger meat,
Okay.
ground up on a bun, and some of it has sauce. I mean, people do different things. I remember one guy had it put queso cheese in his.
Ooh, yeah.
It was almost like queso on a burger, sort of. But there is a Maid-Rite stand, and I don't remember if there's a lot of them across Iowa, but I remember there was one in Burlington right next to the Applebee's, and that was the other place you knew at that town. But yeah, smashed up patty's a lot better way to say it, Jennifer. You right on. Yeah, they Maid-Rite. It was like, yes, they had a Maid-Rite. It was like a small old school Dairy Queen, and I don't know if they still have those. I want to look, but
Interesting.
yeah. So yeah, the cheese would have been a little bit
It
rough.
sort of sounds gross, Jennifer.
No, but no, the whole again, that was a huge deal. We sold them. We actually did a vat of them at the ballpark in Burlington.
Like that.
I mean, it's huge.
Pot.
Yeah, I mean, a big huge pot of it, and they would store.
Just like.
I mean,
slop it on the bun.
yeah, it was like that. They would just.
That's a good way to feed a lot of people.
Yeah, and they were very. Actually, on the picnic package we had, one of the picnic packages that they had for groups was all you could eat Maid-Rites, all you could eat hot dogs, or all you could eat.
Well, you could eat.
Yeah, and then
What if you could only eat half?
well, I mean, you could, but you priced it by per head. It was not
Yeah.
wasn't per sandwich. You would lose. It was kind of the average per head of what you might expect your cost to be and all that. There's an equation there.
That's
I want
pretty
more
cool.
people with it, but yes, but yeah, that was two good discoveries in Iowa. the Maid-Rite, and then the Brat Burger that I found in Cedar Rapids. That was phenomenal. And you see some of those places in the
That sounds
Midwest
like
that have a Brat Burger as well, but all good. So good stuff. Yeah, the Maid-Rite discussion. Yeah, the Maid-Rite and Busch Light. That's where this whole thing came from. The Busch Light is, again, the Busch Light on top of the Maid-Rite would just, those Maid-Rites are so good.
Got you beer and didn't make it back.
Yeah, the Maid-Rites were so good, and a lot of the food you'd have at these NASCAR parties were hearty meals, hearty afternoon, Sunday afternoon, and it would be it'd be a little brisk out there, and February, March in Iowa, it could be a little chilly about 4:00 in the afternoon, and you'd have the space heaters going and had the Maid-Rites and the Busch Light. That was always a big player.
That's funny.
Busch Light in the can, folks. Busch Light in the can. All right, big weekend ahead for everybody, I guess. I don't know what everybody's got going on. Let's see here. Safari says loose hamburger meat on a bun. Yes, that would be.
Who is Safari?
Must be a friend of Alexa's or something, or Google. I think it's a web browser.
Oh.
It's a web browser,
It's
Safari.
a browser, but not a.
Well, you can do. Yeah, you can. Safari, you can search stuff on there.
Okay.
You can search on Google. You can search any browser.
Okay.
You know that?
Sure.
Okay. All right. All good. Okay. So this weekend, what we got going on, babe?
Well, we were going to have plans, but now we don't. Maybe we'll just make plans with someone else. If we want to do a patio, something. I mean, we can still go someplace. I don't think we have to be nailed to the floor. We're not under stay-at-home orders. We just have to be smart.
Hey, Kyle Disney, good to see you. Speaking of Iowa.
Separate it out. So I'll see what we can do. But nothing's happening until next weekend, the 4th of July.
Yes, big 4th of July holiday coming up, and everybody's kind of getting in that. That's going to be not really the midway. Is that kind of the midway point of summer? Not really, because we just had the first day of summer. Really.
The midway point for school kids.
Really, summer begins Memorial Day. Really, the calendar says June 20th.
Yeah.
It really began Memorial Day, and then July 4th is usually the halfway point, but really it's kind of not. But anyway. So, yeah, our plans change on the fly. How about it? Good to see Bert out there as well. Bert and others. Yes, she is moving. Congratulations to you guys.
To Royce City.
Heading out east, further east. It's been great out that way. It used to be.
How far Royce City is from Forney?
Very far, maybe 15, 20 minutes, maybe.
Well, I wonder if they'll be
not that far, I don't think.
Close to Lisa.
Yeah, it's not that far. Royce City is on the way to Texarkana, and Forney's on the way to Tyler, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that there's a connector somewhere along the way that connects Royce City to or 20 to 30 or whatever it is, something like that. So yeah. And she says hi. 25 minutes. Oh, here we go. She says it's a 25. Yeah, about right. That's at 8:50 and 20. So
will you still be close to Lisa and Carl and Faith? Aren't they in Forney? I think they're in Forney.
We had this conversation. They're not in the way of driving around. We actually drove over to Lake Highlands, over to your old stomping grounds, Berta.
Over in your old stomping grounds.
We didn't actually go down Pineland, but we were over that direction. We came back from
close.
Church Road in that direction, that direction. But yeah, so all good though. I'm glad everybody is doing well. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, they are. Okay, all good. Well, good deal. Good deal. That's good that you guys will all still be close.
We need to do a cousins thing again.
Yeah, it's kind of tough because of all the nonsense going on. So yeah, it's kind of tough. But if you're going to do
on
it,
a football field and wave at each other,
something like that. All good. So anyway, that's pretty much the show. We're right at the hour mark. We did debut the lyric. Now I will rework the lyrics and try to get them in a quality editing format for. I don't know if I'll get it done I wanted to get it done by Monday, but I've got another project in front of it. Actually debuting a return of our Australian baseball show comes up this week, and I'm busy doing some production for that, so we won't look like complete knuckleheads. And
y'all couldn't look like knuckleheads.
Oh yeah, we could. Paul does a great job. Don't want him to be let down, so I'm going to try to do a little. We actually got an open done. And then Thursday, if you're a T-Bone fan, watch this on replay or on YouTube, you can join me on Thursday at noon. I'll replay a vintage game from the T-Bones Vault, and we'll do a little chat on MixLR. That'll be on MixLR on that chat, and I'll put a post up on Facebook and on Twitter for that as well. So that'll be coming up next week. So anyway, well, that's pretty much it for the week. Let's tell you about the reminders. Of course, I mentioned other items as well. There you go. There's one of them right there. That is the famous, there you go, the famous show by now. I think it's famous anyway. Infamous. The Broadcaster Can Cook. Yes, we've got 2 episodes up right now. We are working on some next week. We're going to shoot one next week. We'll have our 4th installment coming up next week for sure. And that'll be coming to a YouTube channel near you, but you go to YouTube and see that. It's The Broadcaster Can Cook, and that channel is up. And, of course, the rest of the social channels are right there. There you go, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Of course, right here, you're watching this on Facebook Live. Some of you folks are watching this. A couple of you, actually, I did this unannounced, but on Wednesday, we had 3 viewers. 3. I know it sounds like not many, but considering I haven't promoted it at all, I did no promotion whatsoever. 3 folks stumbled upon this show on YouTube. I'm simulcasting on YouTube, working on some stuff for down the road. So, hey, that's all good as well. So we bring that back up and bring these back down. Have a great rest of your day. You know, we love chatting with you guys. I love bringing my wife on. I love having you guys on. Please hug and love somebody near and dear to you as well. Have a great weekend. Try to wear the mask, wash your hands. Behave yourself so we don't have to go to timeout again. No more timeouts. Hold on just a second. There's a new, one more couple thing. Yes, I just saw that. I meant to promote that earlier. There's a new, this being the association, my friend Kevin, he and Rob Paneer do a great podcast this week in the American Association. Check that out as well. They are good. And also, Mom says, thanks, Kevin, for the lyrics. Yes, they are good. And we will have those rocking for you later on next week. But again, thanks for joining me. Love you guys. Love every one of y'all. And just so glad to see y'all joining us here on Virtual Happy Hour. It's that time, the time that God, we just hate. It's the old close sign. I hate to put the sign up. It just disappoints me beyond belief. But there it is. There's the close sign, which means it's time to cue the close. And we'll see you guys on Monday, same time, same place, 5 o'clock Central Daylight Time. That'll be 6 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday in the west of Australia. Adjust your timepieces wherever you are as well. And we'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Love y'all. See you then.